So I walk into the YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Bonjour. How's everybody doing on this month? Why does this never work for me? Hello? You'll never get a chance to treat me like a piece of garbage again. Don't call my phone, ever. Okay, everybody. So, from the title of this video, I'm thinking I want to title this video, My Date Yesterday with this obnoxious, self-centered, huge ego, obnoxious, conceited, guy that I went on a date with. Now, this happened the other day, and I made this Instagram post, and then I put under it, I told you guys that I was going on a date, and like you guys to wish me luck and all this stuff. And then I post on my Instagram story that I was going to go on live and talk to you guys about everything and let you guys know, but I end up not doing it because I had got super busy with this obnoxious ego, full of ego, it was all ego guy that I was with, that I went on a date with. And it was, I'm gonna get into that because we gotta get into some things. Ignore this hole in my gloves. I know I look like a homeless lady, little gloves, but it's all right because slay. So I met this guy when I went to this plant greenhouse. I have a plant. This is my plant. And her name is Selena. And the reason why I named her Selena right after me is because each day I get to watch her grow. And you know my thing, you grow, girl. So it's like watching myself grow. And you guys probably are like, oh my God, Bam, you are so lame. But you gotta do something to make you happy. That's the thing. Like, this plant literally makes me happy. Like, she's so beautiful and I love her. I love you, Selena. Yeah, she is excited to make her appearance on my channel. So, yeah. I went to the greenhouse to get my plant, and when I walked in there, I noticed this guy that was in the back, and I thought he was like kind of handsome. He was handsome, you know, but I don't really go for looks, you know. It's all about the inside of what your heart is like, but you know, a looks is like a plus, you know. So when I'm walking inside, I'm just focused on picking out the right plant for me. And there were many selections that I was gonna do, but then when I seen this one, I was like, you are mine. It was just something about her. This was the first plant that I touched when I went in there, and I just was like, I gotta get you. I gotta get you. Like, it was just like destined for me to get that. So, you know, he walked over there and then he said this remark. It was funny, but it was like a little ego, too self-centered. Like, he was the type of guy that would be like, I can tell like he probably used this line on somebody, I'm not sure, but it's like, okay, so he came up to me, he was like, come here, girl, let me bite your butt. And they caught me so off guard. I just turned around. I was like, what? Pardon me? And then he was like, I was just playing with you. You know, it's just like a little joke. Like, you look kind of thick with those on. And I'm like, I mean, I do look kind of thick. I had on my little yogas. But then I'm just like, no, like, don't come up to me like that because I'm a lady. You don't talk to a lady like that. But still, you know, that was kind of, but it was just like, no, that was still, okay, anyway. So I was just like, what do you want? And then he was like, can I have your number? Can I get to know you? And I just was like, okay, here's my number. And I had to go. So I just gave him my number, then boom. So then that's when he was texting me. You know, we text for like the whole day and everything's going good. You know how I go when you text and you're waiting for the text reply back and that and blah, 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 blah. So then we just like, you know, he was like, I want to take you out on a date. But I was like, I'm not really sure, like, if I really am comfortable going on a date with you because baby, I don't even know if you tested for COVID, and I'm not about to be around you if you like. So I didn't know. So he was like, I'm good, you know, I just got tested because of his job and all this stuff. So I'm like, all right, boom, that's good. So then that's when he was like, let's meet up and go on our date. So then that's when I made that Instagram post. I got all cute. I was all happy listening to my favorite songs, you know, getting in the mood. So then that's when, you know, we go out on the date. We just went to go get pizza. It wasn't really like a date like in the inside, but I considered it a date because it was like, so I know some people like to go to restaurants and, you know, eat inside for their date, but that's not really my cup of tea. Like, if you want to just eat in the car and do that, then that's good, you know. Who am I to be like, you know, take me here? Plus, I don't really want to go sit in a restaurant at this time. So I just was like, all right. So then that's what we did. We had got some pizza, and then we just sat in the car. We had got a whole big pizza, meat lovers, and we sat in the car, and we were just talking, and everything was going good. Mind you, I already told him about me being trans, because I'm not gonna go out with anybody without telling them about me, because I don't want that problem, because I told you guys before, I did that before, and I haven't told the guy, then it just turned out a wrong way, and I did not want that to happen for this time. So I let him know. But then, like, we were having conversations in the car, and then he was like, you know, this is my first time talking to a trans woman. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, I never really know what to say when guys say that, because some guys tell me that, and then I find out later on that I wasn't the first one. So I never really say anything. I just be like, okay, whatever. But then it started to get a little too it started to get a little too uncomfortable. He was like, you know, I like you and all, but this is not going to be no public thing. I'm not going to be out with you like that, you know, even though we're out in this car right now. That's because it's just me and you right here. We're not going to be out holding hands and none of that, because he was basically saying that he was ashamed of me. And I'm like, okay, you know, because at this point, I heard it all before. I feel like I heard it all before, and there's nothing you can tell me that I probably never heard. So it's like, when people do that, it's just like, it doesn't hurt my feelings anymore. It's just like, it just reveals a lot about themselves. I can't be mad. It's just like, you know. And then he was like, you know, he was just being very ego and self-centered. I'm gonna get into that. He was like, you know, because I'm a very handsome young man, and a lot of girls want me, and I can't be seen out with you. You know, we can have fun and, you know, kiss and, you know, do what you want to do, but, you know, I'll always be here for you, but I'm not gonna be with you. And that, when I realized, I was like, your ego, that's not your personality speaking. That's your ego, your imaginary ego that you put up and that you think is what you are, because you're not that handsome. You may have a nice face and figure, but your insides are ugly, so you're ugly. I didn't tell him that. I just was like, okay, yeah, just keep on chattering. After this, you're getting blocked. So that was that. You know, he took me back to my car, and then boom, blocked number, and it was done. And then that's how it went. I put on Instagram, you know, about that, and that was it. But the main story about this video, because you guys wanted me to do this, is to just be careful. Don't always look on the outside of a person. It's about the inside. That's what mainly you should go for, because, and then just the way that he came up to me was just disrespect, now that I'm thinking about it. And I feel like I knew better, but then it's like I would have did better, but it's still like, you know, things happen. I'm not gonna beat myself up, because I made plenty of mistakes, and all these mistakes that I made helped make her right here. I hope that you all remember that if you are not slaying, then what the are you saying? Like, what are you saying if you're not slaying? Well, honestly, answer that. And slay until your hair turn blue and get a clue. Or slay until your hair turn purple, until you a little nurple. And always slay until your hair turn gray. I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video. I love you guys. Space Barbie from Neptune. Alright, let me get back on my spaceship and go straight back to Mars. Peace out.